Mm, 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 mm. I just thought it'd be different, you know? I just thought it would be different. Let me see. We're in the dark real quick. We're gonna send one off for the Charger season real quick, boy. That's a wrap on the year, boy. That's a wrap on the year, Lola. Yeah, we're fine. What's up, turd nerd? All right, that one might have put some hair in your chest. But let me see. Get my thoughts together for this one. Let me see, boy. How do we say this? Hmm. So here we are, same old story, same old team. The Chargers dropped to the Patriots in the playoffs. Nothing new, I guess. It's kind of how it goes. I don't think they've ever beaten the Patriots in my lifetime in the playoffs, but that shit sucked to watch, boy. But what hurt the most is that I had people come over. Had some of my closest people come over and watch us take that ass beating, bro. Not even up a touchdown, boy. It's in prime time. Talking all this shit. Chargers in prime time undefeated, boy. You know Drake May? Yeah, they like him to Herbert. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is what I was telling my girl. It's crazy. So like last year, this time last year, me and my lady, um, she's not really a sports fan like that, but she's a good sport. So she tag along and she's just down to hang out with me. So we went out to a place out in San Diego to a bar to watch the game and watch the Chargers Texans game. That was the first game she watched with me. Trashed. Fast forward a year later, here I am in my apartment waiting for our son to be here in a couple weeks, and ain't shit changed, boy. Other than that, life's been moving, but the Chargers is still in the same place, baby. And that shit sucked to see, man. It really sucked to see my boy Herbert getting put up on the. It was like in prime time. I mean, it happened in the Eagles game and a couple other that Herbert was just gonna get teed off on all game, and it's well game with 5+ sacks, just getting hit right and center. Bruh, there was I mean, hey, I mean, I'm no official, and I mean, good game to the pass. Mike McDaniels was dialing that thing up. They were carving us up on defense, and then we would get some timely turnover and make it interesting. But for the most part, when they needed to, there was just Drake May had options out the wazoo and had answers out the wazoo to keep things moving. So shout out to them and their game plan. But there were some refs calls tonight that I thought were absolutely bullshit. A couple of them on Herbert where he gets hit in the head. I could have swore that was I thought that was automatic 15 or what we talking about? If we're doing a couple face masks, I believe. I don't really care about the pass interference on QJ. The one that didn't get called, that one's too bad. There was another one on Herbert, bro, where they hit this man dead in his chest, and the crown of his helmet hits Herbert dead in his shit, and nothing. just flat on the ground dead, basically. And I was like, damn, bro, like we can't get no calls, not for that. Like this is a franchise quarterback. This ain't no Joe Schmo here in this prime time, and he's just getting teed off on, bro. And then you see what kind of pressure he was facing. You got people jumping off sides, not off sides, false starting left and right because we're getting blitzed out the wazoo because we just show them, hey, we can't block you anyway, so just keep doing the same thing. It's been happening all year, you know. If you're a real Charger fan, you've been watching this shit all year and watching Herbert's greatness overcome this. And I'm gonna defend my mans because it's just rough to see, on offense, he got no answers from his offensive coordinator. Mm. Hold a second, please. On offense, we got no answers from the offensive coordinator. Nothing's easy. We can't get the ball into our playmakers' hands for some reason. Let me take these off. Can't get the ball to the playmakers. We can't get this guy a little breathing room within the pocket or manipulate the pocket, move the pocket possibly. But now we're just gonna make this guy stationary. Everybody run a 5 yard go or a bomb. There is really no in between here. Lad McConkey, thank you for the season you had last year, but we're gonna basically pretend like you don't exist this year. Uh, Bradley Bozeman can't block the sun out of his eyes. Mekhi Becton is not a good signing. Not really much else to say other than, we definitely miss our tackles throughout the season. Not making excuses, but it was just, that's you could see it. Anyone that picked the Patriots to win. Not saying it was a bad bet. I think Chargers were a 3-point underdog to win tonight, but the key to victory was the Chargers offensive line. If they played well, they had a chance, and if they didn't play well, they didn't have a chance. And like you see it on 4th and 9, my man Herbert got fucking blasted on 4th and 9, didn't even have an opportunity to go get that or nothing like that. So it is what it is, man. Without Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt, you just kind of had a limited expectation of what this team would do. You know, good to make the playoffs, but it's just not good enough no more. We've been here, done that before. Unfortunately, they just didn't get it done. Patriots seem to be that team to always have our number in the playoffs. And what the future holds for the team, I don't know. The defense was doing their thing, for the most part. That you held them for solid drives. Drake May was limited in the first half, I think, like maybe 100 yards, and just looked like everything was a grind. And offense just could not get anything going, So it was just a painful watch and a Greg Roman offense. And that's all I really hope for going forward is that something is done about who's calling plays. Who's calling plays going forward. If it's Greg Roman, I don't believe that to be a winning formula going forward. I think it's too outdated, too vanilla, too basic. Not enough, not to say not enough pizzazz, but not enough modern concepts in the offense. So like someone like a Mike McDaniel's being available from the Dolphins recently. I mean, that would make a lot of sense to go forward here, but yeah, things got to change. Those offensive line that I can do it again. It would just be a wild card exit. And if you really want to be who they say they are, it would just I mean, you can't guarantee health going into the playoffs. So um, just a frustrating game to be honest with you. Luckily, I don't think anybody on the Chargers side got like two injured or seriously hurt, where they're out for the rest of the year. We're going to be rehabbing throughout the offseason. So after the hit on Herbert, when he got hit dead in his chest, bro, I thought that was going to be it for him. But dude's an absolute warrior still, and I felt like he was trying to will his team to win, bro. I think Lat had a couple catches and a drop still. Hugh a couple drops still. Keenan a couple drops. I think Rondé caught what was thrown to him. Trade caught what was thrown to him, but it was just not enough easy answers all year. And if you ever listen to the radio of the broadcast of the game with DJ and Money, DJ says all the time, there's no easy buttons for Herbert. He's got to always put on the cape and always overcome some of the weaknesses from the team. And just, was one of those games where was unable to do so, man. So no sugarcoating it. It's the off season now. Football is, for me, uninteresting into the draft now. So it's January. It's done. Got my Navy on. It hurts, but it is what it is, boy. Like I said, you had to have a limited expectation of what the team was going to do without Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt. So unfortunately, they dropped to the Pats, and then they're gonna put Herbert up on the cross, bro. 0-3 in the playoffs. This is my boy Herb, but it is what it is, man. That shit sucked to watch. But other than that, bro, ain't shit else to say.